Hello, Internet. I have read a news article here on a news feed called Omni on MSN, and it's talking about Jimmy Kimmel, I think it's called, and he's saying that he is silenced like Putin's Russia. The article states one other comic has been taken away from the TV screen since Donald Trump as president came into office, and it should frighten every journalist. And the whole thing is that they're trying to turn his acts because the ones critiquing the move are from Russia. It's something that comes out of Moscow Times, Andrew Soldatov. So the whole anti-critique against Kimmel's show getting put down comes from Russia. So you should kind of be afraid that Kimmel guy might not be as loyal as you think. Me personally, I've grown up, watched a lot of talk shows. When it comes to all the talk shows and comedy people, they do use their freedom of speech quite broadly and more than a normal person can. Reason for this is that they have managed to sustain their living on their freedom of speech. So how the freedom of speech works in different countries can change because there are regulations to what you can say. You can get fines or penalties of saying certain things in certain situations or to certain people in certain roles. So the freedom of speech is regulated to some degree. It's because we have areas where you can use your freedom of speech, and then we have areas where you don't have it anymore. So this can look differently depending on where you live in the world. So I'm going to use my Swedish understanding of it. So the thing is that this Kimmel guy, he's on the top of the world. He is in a TV screen for a company. And the thing is that when you are in a company, you are affected by cancel culture. Cancel culture has grown up. It's almost like a boycott. So when the crowd does it, when the crowd screams angrily at the company usually sways to the public because that's the customer. So now it comes from the other way around. Now it comes from the political side to a company that might be Republican backed or something. So there might be some loyalty stuff going on. The thing is, though, that when you go freedom of speech as a comedian, the thing is that you go anti-government a lot in America. It's starting to grow here in Sweden as well. It's kind of stupid because Sweden is a place that takes care of their people to a bigger degree than many other places. But I have seen that America also have social support. So you are not left homeless unless you are unaware of how the system works. So it seems like you have social support just as we do. The regulations to get it seems to be different though. Anyways, the thing is that when you're in the workplace, your freedom of speech is constricted because you speak in your mind is not why you are at your workplace. So it all comes down to what is your work. If you're working in production, if you are talking to your colleagues constantly, you're not working. And if your job is talking, as Kimmel is, he is swaying the masses, so to speak. So now I see the masses go out to defend cancel culture. And when it's flipped on them, it's bad. So when Kimmel gets cancelled, the crowd goes out and demonstrates against it. But if they can cancel anyone else that they dislike, it's all right. So it's a double standard here that doesn't make sense. But the thing is that Kimmel, he is rich, and he has become rich on the public. So as any famous person, he is only rich because he has gathered a crowd by his entertainment that he has created in some degree with the entertainment corporation. So the thing is that he is critiquing people that are trying to run government in a functional manner, and he is the question is if he's giving critique, or is he telling everybody to overthrow the government, kind of thing, like how far are we gonna let this go, kind of thing. So total freedom is when you step on other people's feet, you know, you go over your boundary to someone else. So total freedom will be nothing but conflict and physical conflict, if you understand what I'm saying here. So if you don't defend what is yours, you have given up. You are going to lose, you know. So if you don't defend or stand up for anything, or if you only stand up for, like, because standing up for anti-government stuff is like suicide, because you're basically on the enemy side, because you're a rebel inside the country that other countries want to fall apart. So you're basically corruption, you know, and either side can throw that word on the other because of how toxic democracy has become. So we're supposed to be on the same side because we have the same flag. We just have different opinions on how things are supposed to be run, you know. And I haven't seen the whole video on Kimmel's thing against Donald Trump, but so I can't speak more than I see in this article, and that it's coming from Russia. So in times of war, we have to think if the critique is valid, if the critique is like Donald Trump is as bad as Russia, and the person saying that is a person in Russia writing for Moscow Times. Like, can you think a little bit on this? So are you a Russian loyalist living in America? Maybe you should move to Russia and be one of the soldiers on the front in Ukraine getting totally trashed by drones. Not that it's, you know. Anyways, what I'm saying is that I live in Sweden. We have been pretty safe over here. And the thing is, when you have been in peace for a long time, you have people that have been brainwashed to keep the peace. Because the problem with peace is that you need to uphold it, right? So, but if someone invades you or attack you, that's out of your control. So both Sweden and Germany, they dismantled their armies, their militaries, to show how peaceful they were. And it was so stupid, it's crazy. Because the size of the armies is like a fart in the wind if you look at the casualty rates that a modern war has, you know, by developed countries. I was talking with Americans, and they were in the beginning of the Ukraine war when that broke out. And when we were talking about militias and arming the public to defend places, the American was speaking like that's bad because they become soldiers in war, and it's a bad thing. And he was fighting in I don't know if it was Afghanistan or if it was in Iraq or whatever, but his view was that it was bad. So it was easier for them because they were badly organized and couldn't really fight them. So they were fighting these small groups. So the war was easily fought and easily won. Whilst when you fight against Russia, for example, you can't really do a military strategy like America does, because your opponent is just as developed and larger than you. You know, you can't really not defend it. They also said that Ukraine would fall in a week, and they was totally just spitting on Ukraine in that discussion. Anyways, the thing is that if you're not loyal, you will be overthrown. And the question is that foreign power going to be better than the power that you have over you today? Because society is basically a structure with organs that is gonna work to make everything function. And the citizen of that nation is a part of the whole thing functioning. If you are a dysfunctional member of that society, you're a saboteur. If you can be worse, you can be a traitor. And this is the whole problem with this cancel culture thing, because when the masses do a cancel culture on an individual, it's all right. But when it's a political threat and they do it, it's wrong. And I want to understand. I don't have the full picture here, and I think it's good that both sides gets heard here. But I think the masses need to realize that they are empowering Kimmel, and that is not. The only thing they're trying to do is they are trying to defend someone they like. Kimmel has done nothing to support them, to my knowledge. Kimmel is a rich guy. He maybe is running companies outside of his business. This I do not know. He might invest. But if he doesn't invest, he does nothing for the public. If he is not a job creator, he is not helping you. He is only taking your views and earning money on you. This is true on all entertainment. As long as you enjoy the entertainment, it's not really wrong. But you do need to realize that if you're a fan of a musician, any type of star, any public star, are not taking care of you. You are usually taking care of them. You're buying their merchandise, you are buying their products, you are looking at their movies, listening to their music or streams, whatever it can be. You are supporting them. So the problem for all these people that are going out to demonstrate to get Kimmel back, the thing is that there are millions of people that are just as funny as Kimmel. He can be swapped out for anyone else. Anyone. He as an individual is likable. And there are plenty of likable people out in the world. So, he is not special. You just like him. And he is not helping you really, unless he is creating jobs outside of his entertainment. Many public figures that are in the entertainment business, they are richer than some royal family heirs. So what are they doing for the public? So when you throw yourself out there to try to be on celebrities' side, you do have to know that their only business is entertainment. They don't know shit about how to defend a country, how to run a business, how to run a country, because usually any agency that works as an organ for that country is a business, and their business is to protect the country in one way or another. Exterior threats, interior threats. You know, so sit down, have a think on if you really support your flag or not. Because that's the big issue here. You have a bunch of egotistical people this day and age, and they do not support their country. They can sit on welfare and hate their country. It's so fucking stupid, and I don't get it. I grew up. I used to be one of those stupid individuals. And the thing is that if you're taken care of, you know, or if there's a system where you can get taken care of, but the only thing that's there is a little bit of a requirement what you're supposed to do. Are you doing your part? You know, it's not too much to ask. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna just sit down and you're just gonna get everything? You know? So it's a little bit different socially when it comes to demonstrations when you go outside of Sweden. Because our demonstrations are very organized and usually. So it's not in the same manner. We don't have too much riots and stuff. It's but it's become a little bit different. We do have more aggressive protests, but the thing is still, do you want a comedian to be more powerful than your president? I'm gonna end on that. Because if you want him to be more powerful than the president, maybe you are stupid. Thanks for listening.